Hello everyone, it's Scott and welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast Infinity Evolve Skyblock Expert Mode. I'm down at the Botania runic altar here and I've hooked it up to the ME system and kind of started prepping a couple of automated recipes here. So I've done the water, fire, and earth, and the way I've done this is to kind of prime the recipe within the pattern terminal. And so if I look up the recipe of Rune of Air, what I need are 3 mana steel, an air shard, string, feather, and carpet. Carpet I can make by combining wool, and what I need to do to prep this with the AE system is basically also add in the living rock. So let's lay out this formula here in the crafting mode. So carpet, string, and feather, and as I've laid out that pattern, let's go and dump all those items into the runic altar. And so the way I have this set up is getting a 3 mana feed, 3 beam mana feed through mana spreaders hooked up to this mana pool. They're all focusing in on this runic altar, which is encased in quite clear glass. So let's load in all the pieces here. And what's going to happen is that they're going to drop into an open chest and get deposited right on top of the altar. Now the altar is, see a little icon to the right of the arrow? That's a timer saying how full the altar is of mana. Now underneath I have an autonomous activator, which is set to right-click a wand into the altar, and what I'm going to do is grab these runes of air and load them into a filter here that I have hooked up, well, again, to a item transfer node, which is using world interaction upgrades to act like a vacuum hopper. So once I have that configured, what's going to happen is that the runes are going to get deposited on top of the altar, get picked up by the vacuum, dumped into the chest, and dumped back into the ME system. So with that, all I have to do is complete the formula by placing the 3 pieces of air here into the right channel, grab myself a pattern, and then load that back into the interface into the open block. And what we'll see shortly then is that I can kind of run through this entire process automatically through the ME system. So Rune of Air now. And so that's just going to drop everything in right here and do all the auto crafting of all the pieces. And once that reaches the full state, that wand is going to whack it again, and it's going to get picked up automatically and loaded into the ME system. Bam. So why am I doing all this stuff? Part of it is to kind of prep for some of the later runes. So Rune of Water is going to make some of these. I'm going to eventually need them for the terrestrial agglomeration plate, which is how I'm going to need to get the elementium. Is that the right word for it? Yes, the elementium is going to come from, what's the other thing I'm looking for? Oh, the terra steel. That's what I'm looking for. So the terra steel is going to come from the agglomeration plate, and from that, I'm just going to need to build up the rune of mana next, and then I'll have all of the key pieces that I need. So meanwhile, over here in the spawning area, I've just been letting cows build up here. So what I need to do is take this dagger of sacrifice and well, basically just sit here and start smacking cows. So with every click, I'm going to be loading mana into this mana altar, or this, I'm sorry, loading blood into the blood altar, which is then going to get sucked into this drum, which I demoed at the end of last episode. And I think the only thing I need to do is basically maybe throw down a couple more fans to redirect everybody. And yeah, so now the autonomous activator cannot act like a fake player. So no matter what I do, a autonomous activator cannot use the dagger to attack creatures and get dropped. So it's like there is a item within the Thaumcraft world that can act like the fake player. But one thing I want to investigate is the Killer Joe, which is an item that comes in through Ender IO. So the Killer Joe can attack creatures. Well, let me clear out the cows here, and the Killer Joe is going to need a couple of pieces here. Dark steel is not that difficult right now, but what is I'm going to need this Franken zombie from a soul binder, and then I'm also going to need Slice&Splice with a Z logic controller, the soul binder. The soul binder is another Ender block, which at this point only needs a machine chassis, which I am able to craft. So let me clean up the cows and I'll get going on that. Alright, so there's one thing that I really want to get, and that is the Essentia storage cell from Thaumic Energistics. So this is what's going to allow me to store Thaumcraft Essence within the ME system, provided that I can make this storage component. So unfortunately, it's going to require Ethereal Essence, which, as far as I know, I can either get by popping nodes or by getting sprites. And so the best place to find sprites is in the Nether. And what I ended up doing was crafting a platform over here, and well, here's some Thaumcraft sprites that are floating around. Unfortunately, my armor is not great. In fact, it's rather terrible. But what I'm going to do is try to grab one of those sprites here and see if I can grab him in this safari net. And I really don't know if... whoops. Alright, it's already zapping me, so let's see if I can bring one over here. Okay, can I grab it? I don't know, did I get it? Here, let's land and see the... No, okay. Let me try a different one. Oops, I'm on fire. Ooh, I don't think I can grab him. Okay, alright, I'm gonna die. Alright, let me fly off for a bit, try to recharge, and then head for the portal and get back to the other side before this bat kills me. Okay. Alright, that little adventure pretty much shows that my armor stinks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do a time lapse where I run through and create the Flux infused JetPlate. So I think I have everything here. It's just going to take a lot of crafting. So as I move through the various jetpack levels, yeah, I'm going to need fluid cells, circuits. I'm going to need, well, actually that's electric jetpack. I'm going to need, let's start down here. Leadstone. I'm going to need a lot of flux capacitors. I'm going to need these thrusters, which I think I'm going to need pretty much every one of every dynamo. I'm going to need, right here, reactant dynamos. I need a ton of redstone. And I'm going to work my way up here to the resonant, and eventually up to this guy, the jet plate. So it's going to take a lot of work, so let's get crafting. Alright, that was absolutely insane. But you can see this is some pretty cool armor. So what I ended up doing was playing around with the configuration. I remapped the key for the GUI here because there's a lot of letter overlaps. The letter U, it wanted to use the letter U, which is used by the NEI system. So if I toggle the engine, what's nice about the JetPlate armor is that it has an emergency mode. So if I'm flying and I let go, instead of crashing, what it does is it enables a protection that should have enabled. Yep, here it is. Emergency hover mode enabled. If I were to fall to my death, that's supposed to kick in and keep me from dying, but it seems like it's still damaging me. So, curious and curiouser. So, what I'm going to do is let me just do a quick demo here. Let's turn on hover mode, and just to get an example of how fast this jet plate is, let's head down and move to some of my far nodes all the way out here. Yeah, I'm like cruising. So here's my base, here's all my nodes, and you can see how fast I am moving now with this armor. It's just awesome. So that's going to help me, I hope, deal with some of the bad guys in the Nether. So let's see if I can add some of the enchantments to the armor. Let's bring up a protection, probably build up a prot 4 and a projectile and a. Yep, here's my prot 4. So I have 10 prot 4 enchantments. So let me see if I can soup up this armor, and I will be right back. Alright, since I had extra flux infused Enderium, I ended up making this flux infused sword. So it has a power mode where it consumes RF and basically adds 4 damage. So this is actually a plus 12 sword, which I think is going to be pretty powerful too, for attacking things in the Nether. So let me step through, and I ended up turning on the charging ability. So with the electromagnet, that's going to consume a little bit of RF, but I should be able to gather up some of the drops here from these wisps. Let me deal with that bat. You can see here that I'm not taking any damage. So now wisps are a little more difficult because they have a lightning attack. So let's just zap this guy. Bam. Oop. And it looks like I may have missed that drop, but that's okay. Let me just get this wisp. 1, 2. There we go. Okay, so that gave me a couple of ethereal essence. So pretty cool, pretty cool. So I can go through and let me kill that bat. I can go through and basically get a couple more spawns here. I might end up clearing out these guys. I don't know how bad this is going to be. Okay. Or they could all just run to their doom here as they try to chase me over the edge. Okay, that's one way clearing out mobs. Nice. Okay, so I can get a couple of wrath shards, it looks like, from killing these guys. Or I can just let them all run to their doom. So I think if I move out of range then, this will actually, yep, reset. Pretty good, pretty good. Though it's resetting with a lot of bats. Okay, well that's okay. This is some pretty... the new set... Oh, they don't hate me anymore. Okay, that's good. So, I'm going to come back when a couple more sprites have spawned. In the meantime, I'm heading back to the overworld. Alright, I'm just feeling super confident because I went through and I put prot 4 on each of the different pieces here. I added feather falling as well as projectile protection, and I'm going to try to take on the Wither. So I have my plus 12 damage Flux Infused Sword. I have a Infinity Power 5 bow, which is also RF powered. So all I have to do is place down the last Wither skeleton skull, and I should be ready to summon the Wither. Okay, so let's wait till that powers up, and then we're going to smack him down with this bow. Okay. Alright, doing well, doing well. Alright, hopefully the magnet can pull everything in. And got it. Good. Alright, so let's return to base here. And do I have any regeneration? I don't know. Let's land. Okay, I have Potion of Regeneration. Let's grab one of that. Excellent. So how much more time do I have on this? Alright, I have 5 more seconds on Wither. And let's see how many hearts I have left. Actually, full health. Awesome. Alright, so let's see what I got out of this. So I got a rare shader grab bag. And that looks like that's about it. So, yeah, so let's right click that and see what we got out of it. We got a shader chloris, which I have no idea what that does. So, okay, I'm going to assume that whatever special drop I was supposed to get, I didn't get. And so let me try to kill the Wither again. Okay, there's Wither number 2. And now I finally got some good drops out of it. Alright, so let's drink a regen potion, just in case, and head back down. Well, that came together really quickly, so luckily I remember how to use the Division Sigil. And so what I need to do is make a enchantment table probably as quick as I can. So let's make a book, and here we go. 1, done. Grab that on top, and what I'm going to want to do is take a sheep or some kind of creature, and I ended up quickly crafting, thanks to the builder's wand, a nice little grassy area with a... Well, I'm ready to go already. So the sigil is active, which means that it is now dark enough that if I were to kill something next to a next to the altar while I have the Division Sigil, it will activate it. And awesome! Not only that, I'm going to grab a zombie because I need to grab a zombie. So well, that that really worked out really well. So what I'm going to do is, well, let me explain what just happened. So when you have a Division Sigil, there is a ritual you can do that will, if you kill an animal next to or kill anything next to an enchantment table that's surrounded by redstone in the middle of grass, it'll activate this Division Sigil and turn the grass around it into cursed earth. So cursed earth is a special kind of grass that can summon monsters without any respect to player distance. So normally you have to be 25 feet away. In this case, I can just I can be as close as can be, and it doesn't matter because the cursed earth will just keep summoning and summoning. So what I'm going to, whoa, compressed creeper, I don't like that. Those guys are, yeah, see what happens? So they just summon 9 creepers for every creeper that is summoned. So let me just ping all these guys, and I need to get in there and kind of remove that dirt. Actually, I can mine it from underneath. All right, so let's grab. Do I have my matic? No, I don't. So let's exchange. Well, let's put that in the put all this stuff in the ME system for safekeeping. And what I'm going to do then is check out my bag, and I should have the matic somewhere in here. Okay, so. Oh, here it is. So with the stone matic, I could just fly underneath this, gather up the cursed. Oh no, actually I can't because I need to have a silk touch. All right, so let me grab the silk touch out of these. Silk touch is broken, so let's grab a piece of ferrous out of here. We will repair the shovel. Bam. And then let's head back and let's grab at least a little bit of that cursed earth before it turns. Oh man, look at all the junk that's spawning. Before it's daytime, so let's grab a couple pieces. Let the creepers fall to their doom. Am I gathering anything? Alright, so let's make sure I have some inventory here. Oh, here it is, cursed earth. Excellent. So I can just mine out the rest of this, let all the monsters die, and then what I can do is I can use the cursed earth in the mob farm to basically create a an infinite spawn of monsters. So let me just finish this, and I will be right back. Alright, so I think I'm ready to get back to what I meant to start this episode with, which was the soul binder. So here we see I'm going to need one of the 4 primary monster heads. I'm going to need a machine chassis as well as this solarium. And the solarium is going to be soul sand and a gold ingot in either a smelter, in some kind of smelter. So let's take a look at the machine chassis. So I think I can whip up one of these while I work on the soul sand and the gold. Okay, so let's head over, see where I still have room. Yeah, okay, plenty of room in the induction smelter, so let's make 32 and 32. And that should grind down. Okay, so just for future reference, well, this jetpack is just too fast. Let's make one of this plus one of this equals one of the solarium. Excellent. And we'll add it to the induction smelter. Here we go. Okay, so back to the soul binder. Yep, I'm missing a lot of solarium. Okay, so that should have cranked out 32. Oh, whoops! I see what's going on. So I need to. I guess I had turned off the output buffer during the whole jetpack crafting process. So let me take a look over here. Do the soul binder one more time, and done. Okay, so let's take a look at what I need to do to get this working. So where should I put? It's going to need power, so let me just throw it right here for now. And yep, so that's hooked up. Okay, so I'm going to need the exchange, and in order to make the Killer Joe, I'm going to need this Franken Zombie, which is going to be the Soul Vial, Z-Logic Controller, and to make a Soul Vial, I think I just have to right-click this this empty Soul Vial. Here we go. Right-click on the mob to capture its soul. So let's make one of those. Bada bing. Okay, specifically wants fused quartz. So that's just regular quartz and an alloy smelter. So I can make at least a stack of that pretty easily. There we go. As that burns down, let's clear out the inventory just a little, and Soul Vial, bada bing, done. And I'm going to take that Safari net and transfer the zombie. So I'll right click to move him out. I'll grab the vial and right click to pull him in. Okay, so that got me what? A soul vial with a 20 out of 20 zombie. Excellent. So next, let's well, interesting. Let's just see. Can I scan this? Yes. Okay, great. So let's throw it in the ME system. So next, we're going to need to we're going to have to build that Slice&Splice so we can make the zombie part. So let's take a look over here at the Slice&Splice. So that's going to require another machine chassis, some kind of head. Well, okay, so skeleton skull I can use. So let's, do I have the ability to make another chassis? Yes. Okay, excellent. So as that's ticking, let's see what I'm missing here. So iron axe, missing sticks. So let's make 100 of those. And as that's running, let's make our iron axe. Let's make our shears. Bam. And everything should be ready. There we go. Slice&Splice. So this one's a little tricky. So I'm going to need to load up another hatchet and another shears. So let's take care of. Do I want to just make a diamond axe? Yeah, might as well. And then likewise, the shears. Let's just stick with normal shears. Question is, will these load in? Yes, excellent. So what I need to do for the Killer Joe is make a Z-Logic controller, which is 2 more solarium, a zombie head, redstone, and 2 silicon. So let's grab those pieces. Zombie heads, I have 600 of them. Silicon should be downstairs. Redstone, I'll grab 1. And the solarium, I'll grab 2 more. And downstairs we go. So I haven't been over this way in a while, but I should have plenty of silicon here in this cache. So let's grab a stack and head back up to the Slice&Splice. So this should be pretty simple because just shift clicking will auto load pieces of equipment. It consumes the items, and with a little bit of a progress bar, it should kick out that what was it, the Frankenhead? There we go, Z-Logic controller. Okay, so the Z-Logic controller then should combine with the Soul Vial, bink bink, and use player XP. Why not? Okay, and that's going to then hopefully create the empty vial and that, here we go, Franken Zombie. Excellent. And with that, we can now make a Killer Joe. Oh, almost make a Killer Joe. Okay, Dark Steel is going to be Iron, Coal, and Obsidian, or Steel plus Powdered Obsidian. So let's grab some of that. Let's grab our steel in the form of the refined ingot and head over to here. Okay, so we need 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Dark steel. Excellent. So I haven't really needed to make dark steel yet. But in any case, let's just finish this project off. So with the 3 dark steel, the Franken Zombie, and all the fused quartz, I now have a Killer Joe which can attack nearby creatures with a sword. Nutrient distillation. Forgot about that part. Okay, so I'm going to need to make another vat. Alright, I'm done hooking up the vat. So what I ended up doing was getting the ME system, getting mushrooms and raw beef pumped out through this ME interface, where they're dropped in with a water feed from the ME system, where it's creating distilled nutrients. So the nutrients are being pumped out the top, being fed into this nutrient tank within the Killer Joe, and so that is working out pretty well. So the moment of truth is, let's take the Dagger of Sacrifice, and it can't go in. So yeah, so this is, I guess, is a dead end, but at least I have this block. The Killer Joe is really useful for automated mob killing, for like wither farms, and so I'm going to definitely make use of this block in the future. But in the meantime, I might just stick with, let's throw in the infused sword, and you can see how well this is killing mobs. So, alright, so with that, I think I'm going to call this an episode. It's been a really productive day. I've got a massive upgrade to my jetpack as well as to my armor. I've kind of keyed myself into some upgrades within Thaumcraft. I'm going to probably keep working on the applied energistics, thaumic energistics equipment. See if I can keep working on hooking my ME system up to do Thaumcrafty stuff. And yeah, so I'll probably work on that in between episodes, unlock a couple more pieces of research, and prep myself for the next phase of magic. So if you could, please leave a comment or a like, and let me know how I'm doing, and I will see you next time in Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Skyblock Expert Mode. Bye!